Hi, I'm Savannah Jones, and welcome to Draper at Home, Episode 1. I want to thank my guest today, Penny Sitler. She's the Director of Marketing at Draper Inc., and Brittany Mier y Terán. She's the Channel Manager for Partnerships and Custom Integration at Somfy North America. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. I appreciate it.
Hi, Savannah. Good to be with you.
Thank you for having me. Nice to see you guys.
We're going to talk all about shades and trends coming up. So what do you mean when you say smart shades, and how do they fit into the smart home?
Well, when I talk about smart shading, usually we're referring to shading that is going to move by itself. So whether that's based on timer or reaction or trigger control, it is shading that can move by itself. And that's done with motorization.
What are the shading opportunities for interior and outside?
Draper has a big range of products to go both inside and outside the house, and so many needs that we can help meet. People need privacy. They need to deal with the heat coming in. Outside, you might be fighting insects and wind and heat or cold. You can just extend the whole season. So there's a ton of opportunities. It's just fun to discover and help fill those in.
When you're looking at interior and exterior shading, there's a lot of different opportunities to make it smart or make the treatments work in a way that's conducive to your lifestyle. So on the inside, you have roller shades, you have tilt motorization, you have drapery. All of that can move in unison, it can move on its own. And then in the outside, like Penny was saying, there's a lot of things that can really enhance lifestyle. So when you look at the outdoor, you have exterior screening that can really change an entire space from an inside space to an outside space. So it adds different utility and experience to existing spaces in a home or spaces that are being designed for a new, home or other type of business.
What fashion trends are big in 2022 and coming up in 2023? And how do roller shades play into those trends?
Well, as the motorization nerd in the conversation, Penny would have much more insight on that. In the high-end design spaces, you definitely see a play towards less is more. So, the more you can hide, the less that's visible. And I know Draper's got some really good solutions coming up for that.
Yeah. One of the trends that I've been hearing a little bit about recently is layering. Of course, layering comes and goes, and lately they do a bit more of it. And so Brittany touched on some of the different kinds of window coverings that can be operated and be smart, and those can all be layered together. So Draper's part of the layers will be the roller shades, but those roller shades could be layered with draperies. For example, same window, operate together and to just meet the needs, meet the programming, meet the schedule.
What trends do you see in home shading systems?
In home shading systems, we see a really wide range today. You have everything from the DIY, the rings, the Google Home, the Google Nest, and things like that, ranging into more of the DIFY or the Light Pro. You have Brilliant, you have Ring Pro, you have some other systems that have been designed. Alarm.com is a really wonderful system that you see in a lot of new construction. And then all the way up to your high-end residential, you have your Control 4s, your Crestron Homes, your Savants, your URCs, Alans, things like that. There's a really wide range of control available. And it's really great as a peripheral or a component within those systems to be able to communicate really naturally with them and create that smart shading experience. So wherever you have a Draper shade going in, and that roller treatment is either on its own or, like Penny was saying, is a complement of drapery, and the roller shades might actually be a blackout and a sheer, you can get that moving in unison in sort of a symphony-esque experience with these control systems. And the nice thing is it's everything from professionally installed, professionally managed systems right to components that you can get on Amazon or from your local dealer and install yourself. And all of that creates a smart shading experience. So there's really an opportunity for everyone in control.
Why roller shades versus other shading products?
The wonderful thing about roller shades is that it's a clean look. It can fit in almost any space, and functionally, there's a huge range of fabric options. So you want something that's very open, lots of light comes through it. It disappears into your walls and your windows. You can pretty much do it with roller shades. You want something that is more decorative, perhaps even printed design that matches other features in the room. We can do that too. There's a big range, and you want it to disappear behind the layers of other window coverings that you've chosen. You can do that. So flexibility and versatility, I would say, is the big benefit of roller shades. You've also got a ton of performance options. I mentioned like the visual treat of either lots of view through it or more of a opaque or blending with the colors. But you can also, through your choices of fabrics, you can control how much heat you're cutting out. You can look at the options for more reflective out. You can look at what do these windows look like from the outside, and the shades that you put at those windows affect that too.
When you look at roller shades, there's a lot of really good versatility, like Penny was saying. There's the opportunity to create access to natural light, which, if you're into the wellness side of things, is really important, especially with us spending so much time in our homes these days. And then just the opposite, having those quick blackout treatments, like a roller treatment that can go down and block out city lights, that really enhances your ability to sleep, whether that's in your own home or a hospitality application like that. That's really going to change the quality of sleep you get at night. So roller shading can really enhance your experience, whether that's travel or at home. And then, we're talking about smart shading, controlling that and managing that well so that it's not relying on the occupant to control, can actually automate wellness, because you wake up in the morning and even though you had your privacy all night, your blackout shades are down. When you wake up, your shears are exposed. So you can get ready, you can have your coffee, you can have all the vitamin D streaming in through the windows and really set yourself up for the day. And then you can rely on having those blackout treatments at night to give yourself the privacy and not be on view to everybody taking their sunset walks down the street. So I really love looking at roller shades for that sort of application for the well-being of the occupant. Drapery is a nice complement for dressing that up or adding weight or texture to a room, but the roller shades are really what's going to create that use for the occupant, where they can leverage the wellness aspects of managing natural light.
How did these market conditions and trends play into the creation of Draper at Home?
We introduced Draper at Home actually last fall, and with all of these things in mind. So Draper has an extremely long history, actually 120 years history manufacturing window shades, for nearly always for the commercial and institutional markets. So many of us have grown up in going to schools where Draper shades were there. Many of us see Draper shade in our offices. And now we have all this expertise in making these products, all this incredible capacity in manufacturing to bring to the manufacture of shades for homes.
Draper at Home is a wonderful example of what you can do when you complement quality motorized shading, especially from a company like Draper that's been doing it for very long. And then the underlying technology, which is obviously the bread and butter of what I do every day, making sure that our electronics are very easy to work with, that no matter what systems or what applications you're looking for, that they just work. And then when you blend that together, that's Draper at Home. That's, what you're going to get on the inside, what that technology experience is going to be, and what that shade experience is going to be. It's going to be the quality of a manufacturer that's been doing it for as long as Draper has.
What does it mean when you say Draper at Home is powered by Somfy?
So Draper at Home is powered by Somfy, And that means that the electronic components that you'll find on the inside of a Draper at Home shade are going to be Somfy components. And where the benefit of that is that it allows two organizations to really leverage what we do best. As an OEM component, we are fully focused on the electronics, on the motorization, making motors that will last for a very long time with electronic components that are designed, manufacturer to work. So when it's powered by Somfy, you know that the Draper shade that you receive is going to connect with the full suite of all the different control platforms and other integrations we have for items and shades that are powered by Somfy.
How does the Draper Somfy partnership work, and how important is it?
We love having the Powered by Somfy label on our Draper at Home product offering. And the reason we especially wanted to do that, and we came to Somfy and said we want to do it this way, because so many integrators, so many installers out there already know and understand the Somfy motors and controls. And so we were able to bring them something new without everything being new to them, without having to teach them all over again what kind of motors and controls were available to them. Also, Powered by Somfy brings so much integration with the whole home automation systems, as Brittany mentioned a little bit ago, from Nest and Ring on up to the very professional level. So we love being able to just easily tie in with all those systems.
What are the advantages of working with companies that work so closely and well together?
I'd say one of the big advantages is that, like you said, we're in deep collaboration, which means the Draper team is equipped to support the integrator as a main point of contact. You know, they should be able to be the full Somfy support needed on a project. But for any reason, if something should be a larger scale or have a nuanced need, Somfy's always there ready to support Draper's customers and Draper's clients in that sort of environment, especially if there's technology specification involved. And I think that's really important that when you're working with a manufacturer, especially if they're using electronic components that are sourced, that you have access to the source of those components if you need it, especially as a high-level integrator that might be doing some more nuanced installs. And then on the flip side, I think because of how we do what we do and the scale of what we do, you can also be rest assured that, you know, if you're doing Draper at Home with a more consumer direct device, whether that's Amazon Alexa or Google Home or Ring or Nest or Brilliant or something like that, that it's going to be very straightforward, that Somfy supports Draper with the instruction manuals or any sort of integration guides that they need, so that Draper's team can support Draper at Home shading and be a place that you can be very reliable, where you feel like you are buying a product and the fabricator knows a lot about that product and has full support of the manufacturer that make the components inside.
I enjoy from my end having the opportunity to watch our team and the Somfy team work together. I'm remembering an occasion not too long ago, and Brittany was not among the group coming in, but a technical team from Somfy came in to work with our technical team, and we're looking ahead at some future product launches. And just having that opportunity to work so closely together and have the Somfy technical team and the Draper technical team introducing to our sales and marketing teams about this interesting new product. And it was just great to see that kind of teamwork happening. This is not something that every company gets to do, and not something that you get to see happen every day.
What advantages are there for working with a shade supplier like Draper, which has such a positive reputation in the commercial and architectural markets? And what can you bring to the residential shade customer that others can't?
I would say a lot of it is our capacity, our experience, our history. We are very reliable. We are today in the market, lots of supply chain things going on. And we are a larger producer. We are able to respond much more quickly at present than many of our competitors. And we've got the full range of product, indoors, outdoors. Even if, of course, we're talking about the smart shades and the motorized products, we can meet manual product needs as well.
I'm looking forward to the development of Draper at Home. It's been wonderful working with Draper in the launch of this line, and I cannot wait for what's to come in the next months and years. So thank you guys for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's really great to work with Somfy, and it's been really exciting over the past several months to work on the Draper at Home launch. Looking forward, CEDIA 2022 is coming up, and we'll be doing further collaboration there and have some fun announcements at around that time.
Penny, Brittany, thank you guys so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And if you would like more information about smart shades, Draper at Home, powered by Somfy, upcoming trends, or more, check out their website at draperinc.com.